Hi dears, today we have product selection videos, my top 8 powders for summer. This was video from your request for oily skin types. Of course, we have here powders for mature, from dry skin type. We have everything today here. In a case of if you are new here and you don't know me, I'm Maria Vinnikova, professional makeup artist originally from Kiev, Ukraine, now based in Lisbon, Portugal. So today we basically have setting powders selection video because for summer we need setting properties. I remind you a little bit that we have like a difference between setting powders and finishing powders. And setting powders has strong like oil absorbing ingredients and it sets the makeup, the oil and everything. So we have like a strong hold of our makeup. That's what we need in summer, and not only for the oily skin types. And finishing powders, they give only like visual effect. They do not have oil absorbing ingredients. And I think it's a little bit old school type of powders, because now you will see modern powders, they have oil absorbing properties. They have very beautiful finishing effect. Depends on what do you like, natural matte finish or a little bit blue or like little interesting effect on your face. They have very nice user-friendly packaging, and even one powder have a nice powder puff which is, you know, like we are professionals, we don't like those puffs that goes with the powders usually. So here we have only setting powders. Of course, in this video I give you all my application tips. I show you how I like to apply, and we talk here about real life makeup, because exactly powder, especially powder application for real life and for photo shoots, for the cameras, for the red carpets, it's absolutely different story. Absolutely. So for real life we need a very thin layer, we need very diffused effect, right? So nobody could see that we have too much products on, too much powder on, right? That's why I like loose powders more. And here we have like 4 loose powders and 4 pressed powders. It's big difference between them. The main difference is that loose powders that are absolutely invisible on our face. No matter how much time we take on this powder, we applied this powder, because the particles in the loose formulas, they not stick to each other. The particles is just like they falling down. You know, if they have, if I have here, for example, like a layer of loose particles, the another layer will not stick. It just going away. And pressed formulas, they we can put a lot of layers on each other, you know, like because the particles sticks to each other, they stays on with each other, you know, and that's the huge difference. That's why these powders are so different, and that's why I like loose powders much more. So and basically pressed powder, you can very beautiful and very thin apply one layer and you almost doesn't see this powder. Second layer, you can a little bit can see something. Third layer, I highly do not recommend with any powder, because everything sticks to each other and you can see this, you could see this powdery effect on the face. Even exactly for the oily skin, I think it's not beautiful absolutely, because it gives, you know, like mask effect. that you have like mask on the face. It's not beautiful, it's not natural, absolutely. So we could combine. For example, we can apply loose powder in the morning at home and take away with you like pressed powder, very comfortable, and make a touch-ups during the day with the pressed powder. So my dears, let me ask you here and in the end as well, what next product selection video you would like to have from me. I can offer you like my favorite bronzers and my favorite summer lipsticks. By the way, as you can see, today I have one of the summer lipstick because it's warm shades. I can give you not only red, it's like nude but very warm shades, which corresponds really very nice with the tanned skin. So I wear such kind of coral lipstick, you know, only in the summer when I have some tan. Not in any other season. So please choose bronzers or summer lipsticks. All the products from this makeup look you will have in the link, a special link down below, because this is summer makeup. The eye product is really great, so I want you to know that. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your comments here in Instagram. By the way, in Instagram I invite you to my stories. Of course, I do not make them every day. It's just physically impossible, especially for the working mom, you know, but 2 or 3 times a week I make really great stories. I have some cosmetics early unpacking, I have some fashion hauls. I usually show what I buy, especially in the summer. That will be like summer finds. So usually I make an interesting story, so please welcome. Okay dears, and let's start with the powders, and I really hope that you will find your like perfect option, or maybe several options, because usually for me personally I prefer to have loose powder, just perfect for me, and pressed powder to take away with me. So let me know, was this video useful for you, was it interesting for you, and have a nice watching. So dears, we start our list with the strongest, one of the most strongest powders on the market from Laura Mercier, of course, everybody knows, Translucent Setting Loose Powder. I have shade Translucent Honey, and I like very much exactly that this shade is beige with a light coverage, very light, but anyway it looks more natural on the skin, less visible than sometimes some translucent, transparent, like white powders. Not every, but some powders, you know, you can see those like white moment over there, and here is not. Thanks to this color it looks so natural. So the texture of this powder is so lightweight, you know, you almost doesn't feel very small particles, and it gives very matte finish. Not, you know, like it's modern matte, pretty modern, but anyway without any shine, without any blur, so it looks very matte on the skin, but pretty nice and okay. So I use this powder even for myself with my dry and mature skin type when I need very nice setting properties of my makeup, you know. And as a brand said to us, it has like 16 hours long-lasting effect. Can you imagine? 16. This is like the longest on the market, which I'm mad, because even Huda Beauty, our like favorite second setting powder, it gives like 10 hours, you know. So Laura Mercier is very nice setting properties powder. It gives, you know, like flawless matte finish. Flawless, it is really like that in real life. It's really nice working with the pores. As you remember in my videos, how to work with pores, I talk about powders and about Laura Mercier as well. So matte finish is the best to work with the pores. If you want to hide the pores, if you want to eliminate the appearance of the pores, so matte textures works the best. Any blur effect doesn't give such kind of effect in real life. If we talk about real life, face to face, you know, like you see the person, not with the camera, not with the phone. It's absolutely different moments. So this powder is just a perfection for oily skin types. Usually if I talk about oily skin type, I mean oily and combination skin type, combination closer to oily, combination closer to normal. So you feel as you want more oil absorbing properties from powder and more matte effect, or you just want to have some coverage and you not so care about long lasting properties. Because for example, if I go to the shop or if I go to the meeting with my friends, so and I know that I will wear makeup from 2 to 4 hours, so maybe not always I need this kind of powder, because this kind of powder I do not recommend for mature skin type, for mature skin, because it's too dry. It's good, you know, like emphasize all the wrinkles, all the moments that we have. And of course, I highly do not recommend this powder to you know, like dehydrated skin. If you have some parts with a very like peeling moments on the skin or a very dry part, so this powder emphasize all these moments. So please, only oily skin types, and for summer, for oily skin type, this is like #1 powder. Of course, main ingredient here is talc, because talc in general, this is the strongest ingredient if we talk about oil absorbing properties. It's like #1. Of course, we all know that talc, it's like sometimes could irritate some people's skin, could be I don't know. I'm with my sensitive skin, I'm okay with talc, but sensitive skin has like different levels, right? So maybe for some kind of sensitive skin it will be irritating. So usually people know their reaction on talc, they use these powders or some products. So but anyway, the fact is that talc, this is the strongest oil absorbing ingredient. So my dears, next strong powder, it's of course Huda Beauty baking powder. I have a small size, by the way, and this is absolutely wonderful quantity of product. Absolutely, take a look at the can, very like travel friendly and everything. So I have a very interesting shade, which is I haven't found, at least in American Sephora online, pound cake. It exists only in the small, in the mini sizes. I don't know why. So this also light pigmentation, so it's not a problem. It's pretty light, you know, like almost white, white beige color. I took it for winter, if I'm not mistaken. So here is very it's almost translucent, so you can't go wrong with the powder, because with the shade, because the pigmentation is so light. It's just almost invisible, you know, but they have very nice shades range. It's I don't know, maybe they was the only one who made so much quantity of shades, because they have even rosy, even darker, so interesting range. So you can choose anything for your skin, but don't be afraid you can't go very wrong with the shade, because it's very light pigmentation. So the can, it looks very interesting. You do like that. So take the cap, turn, and you have like a powder puff. To be honest, it's a little bit too hard for me, so I don't like use it directly on the face. I don't like. And usually I take it to my palm like this and take some fluffy brush. In general, I highly recommend to put all the powders, no matter loose or pressed, with the fluffy brush. The coverage is very thin, very diffused. Of course, sometimes with some situations we need like more coverage of powder, but if we talk about real life makeup, about natural makeup, so it's better to take fluffy brush. Let me show you, please. So for example, one of my favorite from Morphe, it is huge, but this is so convenient, you know, you like take just a cup of movements, just a cup, and you have like all the powder on your face, all amount that you need. Morphe M161 powder brush. So I take it from the palm like this. I do not afraid to, you know, to put too much powder, because loose powders, it's absolutely not a problem for them. They are not stick to each other. The particles do not stick. That's why we don't have too much powder, too much layer on the face. And just like that. So that was like application tip for the T-zone very carefully, and only then I can do those kind of movements, you know, which we see in the movies or somewhere where people do like that, you know. But first we need to carefully apply with the tap movements powder, and only then blend, in order not to ruin our beautiful layer of foundation that we have. So the texture of Huda Beauty is also very, very lightweight and pretty silky feeling, you know, a little bit different from the Laura Mercier. It has a little bit blur, but it will be like 10% of blur, which you can see only on the sun. So I try to film all my close-up cosmetics on the sun, because you see the shine, you see how much, because in real like light, yes, without so bright light, you think that this powder is absolutely matte, but it's not. It's has 10% of really beautiful blur, and exactly this blur gives this smooth silky effect on the skin finish, like very smooth finish, and it looks very natural on the skin. It also working well with the pores, but if you have like large pores, very large, it's better to use Laura Mercier. It's like my professional opinion. So the brand promises to us 10 hours of wear. It's pretty much as well. Of course, not 16 as Laura Mercier. Despite on we have talc as the first ingredient here as well. So the strongest ingredient, so this powder is strong as well. And we have additional ingredients, skincare, such as vitamin E. You know that this is like a very famous antioxidant and a little hydrating ingredient. And also we have here rice starch powder. So starch, this is also like very famous oil absorbing ingredients. It's natural ingredient which we have in the powders. And in my professional experience, I have powders which consistency was only with the starch, and they working really nice, they working really well. So starch, this is nice ingredient as well. So Huda Beauty, one of the best sellers on the market, and I understand why. If you're hesitating, you can start with the travel size and you immediately will understand is it suits for your skin or not. But for summer, my dears, even I with my dry skin type, it's absolutely normal, especially if I know that I will be in some warm, I don't know, space somewhere without air conditioning, or too much on the sun, too much on the street with the heat. So this powder works really nice. And of course, my dears, third powder. It's from Chanel. Huge can that I have. I think this powder I will use till the end of my life. This is so huge, huge amount. Natural finish loose powder, and this powder goes without talc. It has very interesting hard to pronounce ingredients, but I'll try because I check with my GPT about this ingredient. So this is aluminum starch octanyl cyanate. Okay, doesn't matter. It's some kind of synthetic starch, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very modern. It's very clean ingredient. So this is a really nice powder for the sensitive skin, for mature skin as well, because it doesn't dries out the skin so much. So this ingredient work much softer than talc. It absorbs the oil as well, but not so much. So it leaves on the skin not like dry feeling, you know. I like very natural matte finish. So natural matte, it goes with a little bit like satin shine, you know. So that's why even the feeling of the powder, when you take, by the way, take a look at this powder puff. This powder puff I like. Of course, I do not recommend to use it directly on the face, you know, because anyway, I like how the brushes works, but this is so pretty and this is so, you know, pleasant to take away this beautiful powder puff. So the feeling is different. You know, it feels like the powder is very silky, and at the same time it gives like a feeling that it's dry and it's like falls out from your face, you know, like this. The powder is pretty. It has not so many shades as Huda Beauty. I have a translucent shade, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I have shade number 30. So it has like a little bit beigey color. It's pretty light and almost white. And sometimes I think that I feel this a little bit light vibe, but if you blend really nice on the skin, this powder, so you set it, you put it, and then you blend, you don't see absolutely this powder on the skin. So Chanel, of course, they are one of the best beauty brand on the market, and of course this kind of ingredients that they have, they only one brand which I know put those ingredients on the first place. So it's very like not common, and it means that the brand tried to do something very modern and very clean. They have a little fragrance here for those who may concerned about that moment. So we have fragrance here. So anyway, they have mini size as well, so you can start from mini size, but I don't know, I like this can, this brand and everything, that I bought big size from the first start, and I'm really happy with that. It's one of my favorite powders, and for mature skin it works really nice because it gives like very natural matte finish, even softer, even a little bit more bluer here than Huda Beauty. Huda Beauty looks a little bit drier than this one. Next loose powder, my dears, this is one of my favorite one, I don't know, for so many years. Hourglass Veil Loose Setting Powder. Absolutely wonderful powder for dry, mature and normal skin type. If you like very soft feeling on the skin, you know, like you just literally see this signature Hourglass finish. All the products from Hourglass, you know that, because we have like a separate video. Next video I prepare for you with the Hourglass full makeup look. They have very signature. Any other brand didn't have such kind of shine, glass shine, but glass not too visible, you know, this glassy shine. Very looks natural and at the same time very modern. It's hard to explain, you know, just take a look at the close-up on the sun. I show you this kind of shine, absolutely unique, and on the skin it looks so great. But my dears, my oily skin type dears, so as the first ingredient they have mica, and this ingredient, it's not oil absorbing ingredient, absolutely. It gives very beautiful visual effect. It's like a soft focus, you know, like a beautiful shine a little bit, but not oil absorbing. That's why this powder is really nice, goes with the dry and mature skin type. That was my favorite, personal favorite powder. For the summer, it depends on the occasion where I'm going to be. But for real life, this is like my number one. Even I have a little oil here on the T-zone. That's absolutely okay for me because with my dry skin, it looks like, oh my God, I have some shine. I'm still young, you know. My dears, they have like oil absorbing ingredient here, which is on the fourth place with a very non-speakable name. I will give it to you here. So this is like a mattifying ingredient and oil absorbing, but only it takes fourth place, and this ingredient is not so strong as talc, as silica. So in general, you know that this brand Hourglass, they are famous for so many years for their like very nice mineral ingredients, very clean ingredients. That's why their products so pricey, but you can be sure absolutely if you have sensitive skin or anything, so all their products very, you know, like sustainable. It's very sustainable focused brand. That's why I like them so much. So this powder is absolutely invisible. It's real veil on your face, and this kind of texture is pretty unique. As you can see, each brand is trying to do something interesting, so they choose like a main ingredient, different kind of ingredients, and that's why these loose powders, they are different, they work in different, they give different finish. And the last setting loose powder we have here from Supergoop. Take a look at this beautiful format. It's a resetting 100% mineral, by the way, take a look, powder with SPF 35. Oh my God, when I find out, I think maybe last year or pre-last year about this product, I was so happy because this is travel friendly. Take a look at those format, SPF 35. No one of the previous powders has SPF, right? So we take it has brush in it, it has product, and it covers everything. So you just put this thing into your bag, and that's it. So this is very nice, like for touch-ups, for setting makeup, just starting from the packaging. So we take away the cap, we do like that. The brush is a little bit too a little bit too hard for me, you know. I like softer moment for the face, but that's pretty okay. I forgive it because the rest of the property is just amazing. So what about color? It's translucent, so I don't have any color, so it looks a little bit beigey. That's why I thought maybe we have some color here. Okay, when you buy a new powder, please be aware that here you have like small I don't know, small tube here inside, and you should like take away this tube, because for me, I don't know, my dears, I'm a professional, but I couldn't take away, and I didn't know what to do. I go to YouTube how to open, you know, Supergoop powder, and it was so funny. You just need to take away those tube, and you release the powder, and then you just go like that to the palm. You see the powder here, and you just press it onto the T-zone or on the zone when you want to mattify. So the ingredient here is silica. It's like not so powerful as talc, but it's also nice oil absorbing ingredient. Take a look here, about 100% mineral powder. So we have here very strong natural ingredient. It's zinc oxide, almost 25%. It's a lot, and in this kind of powdery dry form, it's a really rare situation. I don't know a lot of, you know, like setting powders with SPF with zinc oxide. Maybe you know something else, because when I wanted to find it for me, I need to search. I don't know why our favorite luxury brands do not make SPF powders, because I think that would be very popular and very useful for people in the summer. When we start having UV rays, we just need SPF powder, right? Very nice option for the beach, my dears, or if you know that you will stay some time outside. Because you know, usual SPF works 2 or 3 hours, and that's it. We need to reapply it again, and this is so nice option to reapply, at least on the high areas of our face, at least to the nose, at least to the shoulders, right? At least to the forehead, because when the sun is shining, these areas come to burn first. So this powder gives us soft focus effect. So not completely matte, but soft focus. This is really, really nice finish. High recommendation. I don't know, it's so convenient, it's so user-friendly, I don't know, and the product is quite enough here. And I think, you know, this brand, they are like main direction of their focus, it's SPF products. They have absolutely amazing makeup bases with SPF for different skin types. Basically this powder we all can use dry, mature, oily skin type. Oily skin type, maybe it will be not so strong as with talc for you, but you can try it, at least for touch up. That will be a normal option. So we have such a nice options, my dears. So my dears, let's go to the pressed powders, and we have 4 options here. As I told you in the beginning, pressed powders a little bit more visible comparing to the loose powders. So for me, it's more like option to take away, to take with me in the bag and the travel. It's more comfortable, more convenient to take, because loose powders, it could I don't know, if you open it or you not close it properly, everything in your bag will be in this loose powder moment, and it's not comfortable. So pressed powder is more like option to take away. And of course, we start from my favorite Saint Laurent All Hours Hyper Finish powder. You know that this is one of my favorite brands. We even have the whole video, full makeup video with the YSL Beauty, pretty popular here because it's really some products from them, just amazing, just unique. And take a look at the packaging. I don't know, it could be a really, really nice gift to your girlfriend or your friend, because it just looks in the Saint Laurent style. Okay, pressed powder. I have powder with the shade. They have like a white option, but I don't like white options in pressed powders at all because I see those whiteness on the skin and it doesn't look natural. I see it and I can't help myself. So this is shade 02. It's light beige shade. A little bit maybe for now it's too light for me, but the pigmentation is pretty light. So even if I have some tan, I almost don't see that the color is a little bit light. So the pigmentation is okay, and thank you so much. From the beginning, I pay your attention that they have here this black Paralon, I don't know, powder puff, but I do not recommend to use it as well because this kind of puffs do not, I don't know, you just could ruin the makeup or put too much powder in one place. So with the pressed powders, I highly do not recommend to use such kind of things. So we take fluffy brush, our fluffy brush, and a little bit, maybe just one swipe, and that's it, and use it as usual. So in this case, the coverage will be much lighter and looking much more natural than with puffs. Okay, let's go to the powder. It has talc inside and silica. That's why this is like a very nice setting properties, very nice oil absorbing properties. So girls with the oily skin types, this is your product, absolutely. But it has not completely matte finish. It has like soft matte finish. It has a little like 10% of blur. I like to say it in a percent so you understand the level of this blue. It's absolutely like very small, but it gives very natural and modern effect on the skin. And also this powder is waterproof. So can you imagine, you literally could swim with this powder. I personally don't swim. I didn't swim with this powder, but as the brand say to us. And as additional skincare ingredients, they have niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And this is like very nice because we have talc and silica, strong oil absorbing ingredients that could a little bit dries out the skin, right? And thanks to the moisturizing ingredients, hyaluronic acid and niacinamide, it's like anti-inflammatory. It's really nice ingredient. Thanks to this ingredient, it do not dries out too much. That's why my mature ladies, my dry skin ladies, you can use it. Of course, for the summer, you can use it. It's just like that because in the summer, we all have a little bit oil on the skin, even dry skin type, but we have pores, we have sebum as well, you know. Yes, but the quantity is not so much, but anyway, on the heat, it's like just we need something absorbing if we talk about the heat over 30 degrees. But this powder a little bit too big, you know, if you have like a little purse or something like that, and a little not heavy, but you can feel it. Next powder is very like bag friendly and I take it with me all the time. And I'm talking about Rare Beauty True to Myself powder. Oh my god, my dears. I don't know, some genius developing for them packaging. Because all the products that I touch, I don't know, I want it. Because it's so hands friendly, it's so, take a look at this color, I don't know, I just adore this interesting shape and very small size. It's very comfortable to take. I have very small makeup bag in my usual bags that I take in my like everyday life. So because I don't like to you know, to take heavy cosmetics with me, despite on I would love to, but I'm a mom, you know, and usually if when you go with the kid, you should take so many things for him, I don't know, to feed him, his cars, his toys, water, and you like feel like you have something heavy on your shoulders. So usually I prefer to take with me like powder, maybe some lip balm, and powder goes with mirror, by the way. Thank you so much. By the way, that's the difference between loose powders, which doesn't have the mirror in them, you know. That's why loose powders, it's like morning powder, which is really nice, stays on your makeup table, and setting powders, it's takeaway powders, if I can say like that. So it has mirror. It doesn't have powder puff, and that's absolutely normal. It has very interesting ingredient on the first place. Again, this is very hard to pronounce. I put you the name here. So this like synthetic ingredient. It's very clean and very modern. So this ingredient, it's not oil absorbing ingredient. It's like light reflecting, very beautiful, like give finish on the skin. It's really beautiful effect, which I like for my dry skin type. And second ingredient, they have calcium carbonate. This is like strong oil absorbing ingredient, so it's like, I would say like this is combo. They call it like finishing powder, but I would say it's like finishing and setting because of this second ingredient. So for my oil skin type ladies, it will be not so strong powder for you. You can take it for touch-ups, of course. Usually I do just like that. If I'm on the party or somewhere, I go to the ladies' room, I take my finger, my dears. It's like, maybe it sounds not professional, but this is so life, you know, it's a life hack, you know. Sometimes I have so small purse that I can't take any brush with me, you know, so I just take my finger and go like that where I have some shine or something, so I do like that, and that will be quite enough. I feel, you know, with my finger, I feel the quantity which I put onto the skin. Absolutely normal. So this first ingredient, which is not oil absorbing, but this very clean and very modern ingredient. Not any other powder that we talk about here has such kind of ingredient. So Rare Beauty, they cool not only with the packaging but with the quality. It's one of my favorite American brands. I want in the future make full makeup video with the only Rare Beauty, so we will talk about this later. So the finish is they give us like blurs and smooth finish, and that's absolute true. We put it with the brush, light coverage, it has shades, so I have shade Ivory. It's pretty, you know, like normal beige color. It's goes absolutely normal with my tan skin because of the light coverage, so thank you so much. Very nice travel option for mature ladies, my dears. It works really nice as well. So because of this like blurred, you know, effect, it gives like very nice not dry feeling on our mature skin. Of course, my dears, when we talk about powders, we couldn't not mention Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, because it's one of the most popular powders on the market, and I understand why. I took color 2 medium and I like it more. They have like number 1 for the porcelain beauties, by the way, and this absolutely wonderful color for like neutral undertone. For warmer undertones, they have different colors, so very nice shade range. The pigmentation, I would say medium to high, so it's not light pigmentation, but it's like different kind of powder. So this powder is setting powder. They have talc as the first ingredient, and they have mica. It's a light reflecting ingredient. This light reflecting finish is very nice, working with the pores as well, and really nice in general for the natural like looking skin. But my dears, from my personal experience, despite on the first ingredient here is talc, this powder is not so strong, for example, as Laura Mercier or Huda Beauty. Not so strong. I don't know why. Maybe because of here is setting, here is pressed formula, there is loose formula. So I think and I feel that loose formulas working better for oil absorbing moment. And this kind of powder, it's pretty powdery, you know, so you like, we don't have here a lot of moisturizing ingredients, so we have very classy powdery effect. That's why this powder I strongly recommend to apply only with the fluffy brush. The fluffier the better, so the effect will be more diffused, and 2 layers, that's enough, because third layer and you will see the powder. So that's like an issue with the pressed powders. First layer is okay, second layer, if the powder is very thin, you can see just a little. The third layer is just, you see that the person has the powder. For the camera, for the photo shoots, that's absolutely wonderful, but for a real life, no. So only for touch-ups, I could recommend to use this powder, not as a main powder. Personally, for me, it's just my like honest and personal opinion. And my dears, the last powder, I like left it for my mature ladies, because this powder I consider for mature skin is the best. Despite on we have very nice options from Hourglass, from Rare Beauty, but I don't know, this powder, pressed powder from Sisley, it's Phyto-Poudre compact, it's just something amazing, just amazing. I will tell you about ingredients. It's absolutely different from the other powders and the effect. So take a look at the packaging. Who like animal prints, by the way, which is popular this year. And take a look at this beautiful and teeny tiny powder puff. And this is probably only one powder puff which I could use like that. It's very convenient for touch-ups, so we don't have anywhere here except Saint Laurent, but we don't like Parallon, right? Powder puff. Here we can take the powder out. It's very beautiful. Take a little bit and we can do like that. So that looks pretty aesthetic, you know, because sometimes I heard that it's not appropriate from the ethical point of view, aesthetical maybe point of view, to make touch up of your makeup in front of the other people. So I somewhere read, I don't know where, that this is like inappropriate, it's very intimate, and I'm a little bit disagree, because this is so aesthetical. How do you think, my dears? So I can do, I don't know, even the lipstick sometimes, and why shouldn't I make like this in front of the other people? I don't know, that looks so beautiful. I don't know, I like this process and how it is look alike. So please let me know who else maybe heard about that, and what do you think about that? So yeah, I think makeup application, touch-up application, okay, could be really beautiful process. Okay, let's go to the powder. The powder itself, This is so silky. You literally feel it. Even the Charlotte Tilbury, it's powder. You like feel very nice powdery feeling. It's not bad. It's just to describe the powder. So here you feel like a very hybrid feeling, you know, between powder and some creaminess. So we feel a little bit creamy vibes in a dry product. So these brands, Sisley, Paris, they basically famous because of these hybrid textures, because very like not usual for many years, by the way, because like many brands now use hybrid textures only recent years, and Sisley use them, I don't know, 5, 7, 8, so many years. They really care about ingredients. We talk about them a little later. So here is very interesting hybrid texture. So this powder do not work with the oily skin types. And why it doesn't suit for oily skin types? As a main ingredient, they have the same as Rare Beauty. It's like a synthetic fluor flogopite. Sorry, dears. It's a very sensitive skin friendly ingredient, very modern, very clean ingredient, but it do not oil absorbing. And then they have talc inside. So basically it's like you can use it as a setting powder, but for the oily skin types we have stronger options, and you just have to choose which level of setting options do you need, like high level or medium or low. So it's like medium level oil absorbing properties. It gives very smooth, very velvety complexion, which looks very young, very beautiful. It blurs and it gives creamy feeling. And why it gives us creamy feeling? Because it has inside mango and cocoa butters. So you understand, that's why we have this like very hybrid, very interesting, not usual for powder feeling, and hibiscus flower. So this is like really nice moisturizing, really nice skincare ingredients. And please take a look, not any other powder has such kind of ingredients. So I consider this powder is quite unique. And I don't know, for my dry skin type it looks really beautiful. I'm absolutely enough oil absorbing level here. So if you have dry, mature, normal skin, that could be your guy. For oil skin types, I think you would prefer more drier formulas here. Okay, my dears, that was my top 8 powders. I think, I hope I was useful for you, because it's really sometimes so tricky to choose your powder. We want it to be invisible. We want it to be very like oil absorbing, high properties, and at the same time really nice finish. So we want everything from the powder, you know, but as you can see, the modern powders pretty like give us all those things that we want. So please, a kind reminder, choose the next product selection video. Would you like to have a bronzer selection or summer lipstick selection? It's nude, it's red, it's coral, or something like that. Please choose. What would you prefer to see more? So next video we will have Hourglass Cosmetics full makeup look. Also it will be summer, soft smoky eyes. A little spoiler, they have such an amazing products for the eyes. I don't know, just like mwah. So I wish you to have your powder, maybe not one. We can have like several powders for different occasions, you know, for takeaway, for to be on the makeup table, or just to make us a little bit more happy. I wish you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and beauty inside and outside. Love you, Marie.